You're going to pay a price for every bloody thing you do and everything you don't do. You don't get to choose to not pay a price. You get to choose which poison you're going to take. That's it.
Ever get totally sucked in by a quote? Like it just rattles around in your brain.
Oh, yeah, totally. It happens to me all the time, especially with the stuff we talk about on this show.
Right. So this Jordan Peterson quote, it really got me. He says, "You're going to pay a price for everything you do and everything you don't do."
Whoa. Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
And then he keeps going. You don't get to choose to not pay a price. You get to choose which poison you're going to take.
Intense, much, but also so Peterson.
I know, right? So today on our deep dive, we're tackling this whole choosing your poison thing. What does it really mean, and how does it apply to, actually living your life?
Well, it's easy to get caught up in the drama of that metaphor, poison, price, it's heavy stuff. But at its core, it's about this really fundamental truth. Every single choice we make, every action, every inaction comes with consequences.
Okay, so it's like that saying not choosing is still a choice. We hear that a lot, but Peterson's version just hits different.
It does, right? It's visceral. Like, he's not letting us off the hook with some wishy-washy, everything happens for a reason kind of thing.
Well, no, not at all. He's saying, no, you own this. You're not a bystander in your own life. You are actively choosing, even when you think you're not. And those choices, they have a price tag.
Exactly. And I think that's why this quote is so powerful, maybe even a little unnerving for some people, because it forces us to confront our own agency. It's like, okay, no more playing the victim. You're in the driver's seat here, so what are you going to do with that?
So it's kind of empowering in a way. Like once you accept that you're always paying a price, you can be more deliberate about what you're willing to pay for.
100%.
Yeah.
And this is where the whole choosing your poison idea gets really interesting, I think. Because it's not just about accepting that consequences exist. It's about strategically choosing which consequences you're willing to live with.
Right, because let's be real, some poisons are definitely worse than others.
Exactly. And some might even have long-term benefits that outweigh the initial sting, you know? Like, think about going to the gym.
Okay, yeah.
It's hard, it takes effort, there's sweat, maybe even a little pain involved.
Yeah.
But the long-term payoff for your health and well-being, totally worth it for a lot of people.
So it's about looking beyond those immediate costs and benefits and really understanding the trade-offs you're making.
Right, because those trade-offs, they often involve things that are way more complex than just like time or money. We're talking about our values, our relationships, our overall sense of purpose.
I see what you mean. So it's like you might be offered a high-paying job that requires you to work crazy hours. On paper, it sounds amazing, more money. Who doesn't want that?
Right, but then you have to ask yourself, what am I sacrificing for that money?
Exactly. Is it time with your family, your own personal time, your sanity?
All of the above, potentially. And those are the kinds of trade-offs that Peterson wants us to really examine. Because sometimes the price we pay, even if it seems small at the time, can have a ripple effect on our lives in ways we don't even realize until much later.
It makes you realize that there's no such thing as a free lunch, right?
Exactly. There's always a cost, even if it's hidden. But here's the thing. Once we accept that reality, it can actually be incredibly liberating.
Liberating? How so?
Because it puts us back in control. Instead of feeling like we're constantly at the mercy of our circumstances, we can start making more intentional choices, even if those choices are difficult.
Okay, I can see that. So instead of fearing the price we inevitably have to pay, we can focus on designing a life where that price, whatever it may be, is a price worth paying.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that growth and fulfillment, they often require us to make those tough calls, to embrace a little discomfort, knowing that there will be trade-offs.
And sometimes those trade-offs might even involve a little bit of poison, right?
Right. But if we choose wisely, that poison, as Peterson puts it, can actually be the thing that helps us grow, evolve, and ultimately create a life that feels meaningful and authentic.
So the next time you're faced with a tough decision, remember, what poison am I choosing? And is it a price I'm willing to pay?
It's a powerful question. And who knows, that question alone might just lead you to a path you never expected.
Definitely something to think about.